first-time Emmy nominee. Talk to me about that. That's insane.
Wow, I can't even believe you're saying those words to me. Yes, this is true, and I can verify. Apparently that is the case. I'm an Emmy nominee. Phenomenal. I'm over the moon.
And talk to me about your choice to honour Dorothy tonight. What made you do the Wizard of Oz on the T-shirt?
Well, every good character's got to have a good pair of shoes, right? And these are surely the best pair of shoes in showbiz. So, they get their own T-shirt. There aren't many shoes that do that.
So what do you think about the show is the reason that it's so successful and it's become already like have a cult following?
That's one big cult following, isn't it? I think this show, isn't it? It's just all about love, isn't it? Really, mainly, and to be in a show that's about love at this point in time, at this point in my life, is just the most wonderful thing. I became a parent about 4 years ago. It blew my heart wide open. Everything changed for me, and I sort of look at the world in a different way, and it makes me want to be more gentle and more considerate of others, which of course this show kind of personifies.
And even with your character, without giving too much away, you want to not like him for some of the stuff he does, but he's a human and he evolves and he grows. Tell me about that aspect of your character.
Well, so he goes from being judgmental quite swiftly into being kind of curious about who is this Ted Lasso man and why is he the way he is, and is it authentic? And he quite quickly finds out that this man is being authentic, and Trent isn't at that point in his life. In many ways, and so he's just inspired by Ted. He receives the Ted Lasso effect, which comes as a kind of a blow left of field, and it actually changes his life. It really changes Trent's life. It sends him on a different path, which is the path that really he should be on. Not necessarily should, but would like to be on and be brave enough to be on.
So, talking about the Ted Lasso effect, what is the Lasso effect? What do you think that is? Because he has an impact on all of the characters.
That it's okay to be you. That really, be you. And crack on with it, I think.
Yeah. And I think through him being so authentically himself, it's almost like he gives permission for the other characters to also be themselves.
Yeah, because he's such a vulnerable character. I mean, he puts himself right out there. Like at the beginning you think, well, certainly from Trent's point of view, like he thinks he's a clown. He's like, this is a fucking joke, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not a joke. And the joke's actually in that case, is on Trent and anybody who thinks it is a joke. Don't judge a book by its cover, and look a little deeper, and, try and be aware of who someone might be.
Yeah. And isn't it nice to see men portrayed in this way as well? Like, for the full spectrum people that we are, it turns out that we do have emotions and that we have heart and we are sensitive. Isn't that nice as well?
Yeah, it really, I think the vulnerability that the character of Ted Lasso displays, when you think of all those moments in the show, like particularly in the funeral episode when he reveals, to Dr. Sharon about what happened with his own dad. I mean, that was some of the most dramatic, powerful stuff I've ever seen on TV, and it's in such a hilarious show as well. It's amazing to have that spectrum of emotion.
Yeah, being able to blend comedy, you laugh, you cry, and everything else in between.
What could be better? Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I'm praying that the Emmy is yours. I've got a feeling that it might be yours. I guess we'll see.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
If it is, you're the first to have said it. Thank you.
Well, from my mouth to God's ears, if you're listening, come on. Yeah.
Well, thanks. Yeah, that would be very lovely.
Welcome to FabTV. Look at Hollywood's latest. See all the red carpets dressed to a T. Yeah, you know me. It's all free.